So today I have 2 secrets to tell you guys. Hey Wishtrenders, welcome back to Wishtrend TV. So today I have 2 secrets to tell you guys. So number 1, I'm married. Yes, I am not single. And I even have a 2-year-old son. But that's my first secret. Now here goes number 2. I have another baby inside of me. So that's my second secret. I am actually 8 months pregnant. So I'm in my 3rd trimester. I always told the cameraman, DK or Fanny, who you guys probably know, film from here and up. Don't go down here. So that's why nobody really knew about my pregnancy. So now I am sharing it with you guys because I wanted to make a video out there for you pregnant women. And actually we did get a lot of requests and questions about what kind of ingredients to use, especially if you're pregnant. So we thought we'd just make a video for you guys. And actually our Wishtrend staff actually did a lot of research on pregnancy, not just beauty products, but also lifestyle and health and all these good things. So we wanted to just share all of this with you guys. So keep watching, especially if you're pregnant, but even if you're not, and if you're planning on to be pregnant, these are some great do's and don'ts that you might want to know. So do's and don'ts during pregnancy. So let's get into some real good nutritious information on the do's and don'ts. So do's and don'ts on food. Now if you're pregnant, you probably know that all the food that you take, any kind of liquid you take, you know, it's affecting your baby as well. So we have to be really careful with certain types of food as well. Do. Healthy foods during pregnancy. So first of all, bam! Bananas. Now bananas are filled with vitamin B6, and for vitamin B6 it produces a neurotransmitter called dopamine, and this will really help with morning sickness especially. If you know about morning sickness, it's very painful. I actually knew someone, a lady, who couldn't even stand the smell of rice. So morning sickness is very important, right? And this will help you with that. Next is bam! Tomatoes. And tomatoes are filled with antioxidants. It cleanses the blood system and also strengthens your blood vessels. And so basically this is an essential food for your fetal development. Next is sweet potato. You probably know if you've had a baby or if you're pregnant, you are constantly constipated, because as your baby gets bigger, your intestines are pressed, like everything's kind of like smushed because of the baby, and you know, so that's why we probably kind of have a lot of digestion issues as well. But sweet potatoes will help with constipation. So anchovy and cheese. Now calcium supplementation is very important for the fetal growth, and anchovies and cheeses, it's quite like convenient, right, to carry around, so it's a good source for your fetal. Don't. Harmful foods during pregnancy. So raw foods. Be really careful when you're eating raw foods because it can be infected with, parasites and cause diarrhea. So it's better to cook them fully before eating them, especially any kind of fish or any kind of meat as well. So next is alcohol. Obviously, this is like a given for if you're pregnant. Don't drink alcohol because, as you know, the placenta in our body is kind of like the safety barrier between the fetus and the mother. However, it won't stop alcohol from getting through. And alcohol can be completely absorbed by the baby through the bloodstream. Coffee, also, if you're pregnant, you probably heard at least once, avoid caffeine. And yes, I admit, I love coffee too. And I'm a coffee addicted person, but coffee inhibits the absorption of calcium and iron in the body, and in result, this can give a lower birth rate for your child. And during pregnancy, you kind of lose the ability to decompose caffeine, and harmful ingredients can be delivered straight to your fetus. So if you're really craving coffee, try for decaf. And if you don't have any options other than caffeine, maybe take about half a cup, but avoid those refills. So do's and don'ts for ingredients. Even if you're not pregnant, you probably agree that ingredients in certain products are so important before you using it. And especially if you're pregnant, if it's absorbed by the skin, you want to make sure it's not harmful to the fetus. Ooh, do. ingredients during pregnancy. So vitamin C. If you're pregnant, you're going to notice a lot more dark spots and pigmentation in your face. But you're in luck because vitamin C actually controls the amount of melanin, basically preventing blemishes and pigmentation on your face. Not only this, but you know that it contains antioxidants, and this helps anti-aging by removing your active oxygen. But remember, you want to avoid those harsh products, so try to find a pure, stabilized vitamin C product. And usually this won't stimulate or irritate the skin. So find a pure and gentle product that even sensitive skin types can use. Centella asiatica. During your pregnancy, your adrenal cortical hormone increases, and during this time, the collagen and the elastic of your dermis area is damaged, and this is where stretch marks appear. And centella is a great ingredient for stretch marks. Centella not only prevents stretch marks, but when you actually do get those stretch marks in the beginning, it really helps to reduce the color and even the size. And basically, it helps restore the skin and especially improve the damaged, weakened area. And also it keeps your skin moisturized without it evaporating. And of course, you already know centella is also very famous for acne spot treatments. Try to choose a product that includes up to 1% of the centella ingredient. So apply it to any part of your body where you think you might have stretch marks, especially your tummy area, or anywhere around your face where you want to manage your acne. Next is hyaluronic acid. When you're pregnant, a great amount of blood is actually delivered to the baby, so therefore you might feel more dry and irritated in your skin. Using a non-harsh, gentle product that contains hyaluronic acid or beta-glucan will keep the skin fully hydrated. And remember, try to find a safe product that doesn't contain any harsh ingredients and that's fragrance-free and also alcohol-free. Ingredients to avoid during pregnancy. Avobenzone. This is a component, hormonal disturbances, acne, and also allergic reactions. Diethanolamine. Now this substance can cause carcinogenesis, abnormal development, as well as abnormal fetal brain development as well. Isoflavones. This is like an estrogen-like ingredient that causes problems during pregnancy. Using this can cause hormonal imbalance as well as dark pigmentation. Of course, we know that parabens work as like a preservative for cosmetics, but it's known as carcinogens as well. This also acts kind of like an estrogen, and it can have an effect on brain development disturbances and act as various hormone secretions. Now, in addition to parabens, arbuteins and hydroquinones, toluene, formaldehyde, phthalate, these ingredients are just not good for anyone. Not just pregnancy, but just anyone. Now, we did get a lot of questions from you pregnant folks about the products and ingredients from KLAIRS, and by Wishtrend, you are safe. One thing you can know for sure is they don't make any of the products made with any of these kinds of harmful ingredients. And especially if you're pregnant, you can use any of these products. I myself use the vitamin C serum for my pigmentation, and I absolutely love how gentle it is. Not only that, because I want to avoid stretch mark as much as possible, I rub the all over body lotion all over my body, especially my tummy area. And actually I kind of mix coconut oil with it and kind of rub it around because it's like that extra coconut oil smell. I love that too. So like I said, you're safe with their products. Do and don'ts for skincare. So during pregnancy, we experience rapid hormone changes, and that's also why we probably experience various skin problems as well. We can't just use any kind of skin product. We have to be really careful because not only our skin is sensitive, but we have to now consider if this product is safe for the baby. So be very careful when you're choosing products. Protect your skin from UV rays. Now, if you're pregnant, you're gonna have a lot of pigmentation because of endocrine hormone imbalance. And that is why applying sunscreen is so important, especially to promote aging from all those UV rays. And not only that, our skin really feels rough and dry. But be really careful when you're finding a sunscreen of your choice. Now, try to find a sunscreen lotion that has at least SPF 30 and that contains zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. And make sure it's a physical sun protectant. These types of physical sunscreen lotions kind of form a thin layer on the surface of your skin, and it reflects the UV rays and also the heat. So it's much less suitable and less irritable for pregnant women. Skincare products to avoid. Now, functional products that contain brightening effect, anti-aging, anti-wrinkle, all these kinds of functional products, they might contain retinol. And you've probably heard, if you're pregnant especially, you want to avoid retinol. And yes, retinol is a wonderful form of vitamin A that helps with skin regeneration, and it prevents collagen from damaging as well. But excessive vitamin A is known to cause fetal abnormalities. Actually, my doctor told me when I first found out I was pregnant, she was like, avoid retinol. And also an ingredient you want to avoid is salicylic acid, and you'll probably find them in like cleansers or toners. If you use a great amount of it, it can be toxic for pregnant women. So try to avoid these, especially if you're pregnant and if you're breastfeeding as well. Do and don'ts for body care. Do manage your stretch marks early on. Yes, the issue. Stretch marks especially happens when we're pregnant, right? And as our body expands, so does our skin. The collagen and elastin of our dermis layer becomes damaged, and that's when we get stretch marks. Our skin tears both horizontally and vertically. Of course, it's best to prevent it, but it's so important to manage it as well during our pregnancy. You'll kind of start to see stretch marks even as early as 5 months of your pregnancy, so make sure you manage it and massage it well. So after taking a shower, apply any lotion or any kind of moisturizing cream around your stretch mark area or where you think you're gonna have stretch marks before it gets really dry, and this will prevent stretch marks. And make sure you use a lotion that is gentle enough that any baby can use as well. I'm going to show you a really quick, simple belly massage that you can do. So use an appropriate amount of cream, rub it around your hands, and then massage your belly clockwise. And with both of your hands, gently massage from the outer area to the inner area of your tummy. And with your hands, swipe up in an upward motion, and then swipe down in a continuous downward motion. Don't massaging body with aroma oil. Now you probably love aroma massages, body full aroma massages. Who doesn't? And like I said, it feels heavenly, wonderful. I love it too. But did you know certain aroma oils act similar to hormones? So it can contract or relax the uterus muscle. So it's not really the best substance for pregnancy, right? And although they say the actual amount of aroma entering the body is very minimal, but still, you don't want to risk anything that's harmful for pregnancy, right? These are certain aroma oils that you should avoid when you're pregnant. Lavender, jasmine,
eucalyptus, basil, chamomile, peppermint, rosemary, lemon, cinnamon,
and parsley. That's pretty much most of the famous ones, right? So let's just say don't use aroma oils. Do's and don'ts of hair care. Do prevent hair loss. Yes, guys, I'm a victim of this issue too. There is a reason why our hair falls out, and it's because the nutrients that make up our hair, such as protein and calcium, it goes straight to the fetus. So therefore, the actual functions that make up our hair is significantly weakened. Just like we use a steam towel on our face, it's good to actually use a steam towel on our hair too. And on top of that, if you use like a hair care pack, it's even better. Steam towels can deliver hydration directly to our scalp, and it's really effective in blood circulation. So use like a hair pack and then wrap your hair with a plastic wrap and then add a steam towel over your hair. Don't perms or hair coloring. Our scalp has like a high absorption rate, so therefore if you get perms or colorings, it can kind of indirectly affect the fetus. Products for perms or coloring actually contains chemical ingredients such as oxidizers, reducing agents, and hair dye. And especially the strong scent, it can really cause morning sickness. And also, you know, sitting down for long periods of time, it can really put pressure on the uterus. So try to avoid getting a perm or coloring, or just get it after your baby. And quickly, these are some really quick additional things to keep in mind if you're pregnant. Botox, of course, is generally prohibited for pregnant women. I mean, although the molecular weight for the actual Botox is a little bit large for it to go through the placenta, still, doctors say it's a no-no. Nail care. Now, manicures are composed of various chemical products, and although they don't directly go into the skin, the actual smell or scent can have an indirect effect on the fetus. And you know, especially, you're really sensitive to smell, especially in the beginning of your pregnancy. And it could be kind of stressful and make you irritated due to the smell. Okay, so finally, bath or sauna. Especially if you're in your early days of pregnancy, please avoid going into like a hot steam bath or a sauna. Especially if you're in hot steaming water, the temperature of the amniotic fluid might rise in the body, and they say this might have an effect on fetal malformation, and that's the last thing you want, right? But if you really want to take a bath, try bathing in a temperature that is similar to our body temperature for about like 37 degrees. So this information really help a lot of you guys out there, and so we're finally so happy to finally have shared this with you guys as well. So hope this really helped you guys, especially if you are pregnant. I really hope these tips kind of gave you an idea of what to do and what to not to do. And one last thing, I don't know how to say this, but I just have to say goodbye for now. And as you know, because I'm kind of in my final trimester of pregnancy, this is my goodbye with Wishtrend as well. And it was so great to communicate with you guys and see how supportive you guys were for Wishtrend. I was so happy to work with such a wonderful staff, including Eunice, as you guys know, like the cameraman and the content media lab. Because if you guys don't know, they do so much research behind the cameras to give you such useful information. So I hope really you guys find it really useful in your daily lives as well. Anyways, I am off to have a baby soon, and I guess you guys don't want to see a huge pregnant lady in front of the camera for too long. Well, the video I made today was especially for women who are kind of preparing for their pregnancy, or in the future they're going to be pregnant, or if they are pregnant. So I hope this was really helpful. And also finally, I just want to encourage you that no matter where you are, what age you are, what condition you are, just remember that you're beautiful just the way you are. Our videos are mostly tips to help yourself, but most importantly is to love yourself. Okay, well, guys, I'll miss you. Bye! Oh, so happy! No, just kidding. Behind the scenes. 아, 나 배 찍어야지. 초장빵인데. 배불러. 느낌이 이거 먹어요, 진짜. 저 아로니아 있잖아. 이게 제일 비싼 거야.